The London session is one of the most volatile and interesting times in the Forex market each day. Now, if you don't know what the London session is, it essentially is about 3 a.m. Eastern time or 8 a.m. UK time, right? So during this time, this is usually when we see the most amount of trading volume come into the foreign exchange market. And we see a lot of volatility and movement in most of the GBP pairs, as well as some of the Euro pairs. We see some serious volume start to pick up here. Now, why is that? Well, if we think about it, 8 a.m. UK time, all of the UK traders are stepping up to the desk, they're getting on the screens and they're starting to trade, right? They're picking up positions. Some of the banks are picking up positions for their clients, that sort of thing, right? So we start to see this tremendous amount of volume start to pick up in the currency exchange market, especially again on those GBP and Euro pairs. So with that said, there is some opportunity here that we can talk about today for traders looking to get involved during this UK session or the London session as Europe kind of wakes up and starts to trade the markets. Now, there is another session that is really interesting, especially for us US people, and that is the crossover between the London session and the New York session. When both of these markets are open and active, that's where we see a tremendous amount of volume, but mostly it's all going to be within the confines of the London session. So what I have here on TradingView, I've got TradingView pulled up, and I've just got a simple chart pulled up here looking at the pound dollar, but there's something I wanted to show you guys here, which is the sessions indicator, which I can pop up on the screen. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can get that. So really quick, what you see is you just have the different sessions. The green is the London session. The kind of brown there is the crossover between the London and the New York session. And the pink there is the New York session, right? So this brown section is really where you're going to see a tremendous amount of volume, but the entire green section here is really the London session, which is where we see primarily most of the trading volume each day. So how do we get that indicator? Go to indicator right here. And if you just type in sessions, there is an indicator here called Sessions on Chart by AU Rocks. This is a great little tool. I use it myself if I want to see kind of what session we are currently in or what to kind of look for in a back test, right? So we're looking here at GBP USD. And so we have this tremendous amount of volume that comes into play during that London and New York session, but how can we actually trade this? What can we be looking for to create opportunities and trade this sort of session successfully? Well, if you're in the US, first of all, again, this comes out at about 3 a.m. our time on the Eastern Coast. So that can be kind of tricky, right? So 2 to 3 a.m. we start to see the London session pick up. And so if you want to trade that session, you'll either have to be getting up really early in the morning, or you'll just have to wait until you wake up and trade the crossover, which is more what I'm looking to do. Personally, in my own trading, I'm looking for breakouts during that kind of brown crossover time. But for those of you guys who are in other parts of the world and can trade the London session as well, what I'd really like to focus on and what I like to kind of consider is best for this volatility during the day trading side of things is to look for significant breakouts. Now, in the past, I've done some videos on breakout strategies for the London Open. You can check those out. I'll pop them up on the screen if you'd like to check them out. But today I'm going to be talking about a little bit more of a dynamic strategy or concept that we can use as traders trading the London session or just this volatility crossover between the London and the New York session. And again, what I'm primarily talking about is in fact breakout trades, catching big moves in this market. So I've also got two simple moving averages here, nothing crazy. I just have a 20 period and a 50 period. The 50 is the orange one, and the light blue one there, or the kind of teal one there, is the 20 period. Okay, and this is just telling me, I just have these to show me kind of the overall dominant energy of the market. We're looking at the 1 hour chart here on pound dollar, and I'll pull up my sketch pad or my pen here, and we can talk a little bit about what we see. So when we're talking about a market that is trading the GBP USD, we're talking about a market that's trading during the major London session. Of course, pound dollar is going to be an interesting one to look at, right? Because it has the pound and the dollar in it, two major currencies trading against each other, and it's again the UK session, right? So it makes sense. So what we're talking about when talking about breakouts is, in my opinion, some of the best moves can be found trading during these sessions when we have that high volatility. Just take a look really quick. If we take a look at this area here compared to this area here, notice the drastic difference in volatility that we have during the London session. We'll put LS, London session, and the New York session really too, right? The London session and the New York session have a tremendous amount of volatility outside of this, right? On the other side of things, we have this, where we don't really have much of a session at all. I guess you could include the Asian session in there, which is the minor of the three, right? You have the London session, which is the biggest, the New York session, which is the second biggest, and you have the Asian session, which is the third biggest, right? So what we're looking for here, at least what I'm looking for, is to catch potential breakouts and to utilize the fact that we know that high volatility is likely coming during this time to our advantage to catch potential breaks. So if we take a look here, if we clear this up, we take a look here and we identify, okay, during this area, we formed a range, right? Price made a major movement to the upside. We have volatility or momentum upwards, right? In fact, we also have those trend lines. I'm sorry, not the trend lines, the moving averages pointing to a positive market, right? We have a push to the upside and the dominant energy of this market is up, right? So with that in mind, what I could do with that concept or that knowledge is I could say, okay, I have a market that's moving to the upside and we also have a consolidation zone. Let me zoom in a little bit here and maybe we get a better picture on this chart. Okay, so I know that the dominant energy here in this market is a upward trend, right? These moving averages are lined up nicely and we just had a nice push on the last session. So if we're looking at the market right here, right? And we're preparing for the upcoming London session, what we could do is we could draw some zones. We could draw some levels of structure here. Now we have a level of kind of resistance along the top here, and we have a level of support along the bottom here, the bottom and top of this kind of tightly knit range that we saw trade during the quiet times in the market. All right, so with that said, we'll clean this up by just putting an actual trend line here. You can see one way that you could look to trade this is that if you had a positive bias or an upward bias due to the fact that we have this trending market, you could look to take advantage of that trade and to look to buy breaks above a significant level of resistance like this, right? So we had resistance here. This previous level did not hold, but when price broke through, we saw a clean break and price continued in that direction. Now, if you've watched some of my breakout trading videos, I could also link some of those where I actually show you guys some of the trades that I take. One of the best strategies for me is kind of trading aggressive breaks. And it's not for everybody, but one way that I would personally be interested in looking at this market would be to say, okay, we have a recent high here, right? If price breaks out that level and we know that high volatility is coming into this market, I could look to take a buy trade and trade along this momentum, right? So if I had a buy setup here, right? Well, this gives me a pretty clean risk to reward, and we know that the major London session is on its way and that we should see some volatility continue. A lot of times that's where we get major pushes. Of course, we're talking in hindsight. We already know that this trade worked out, but I'm showing you guys for the sake of example that we oftentimes do see these sorts of things happen in the London session. We see these major bursts of energy one direction as traders and investors and people moving money dump their money one way or another, right? So during this particular case, we saw a tremendous amount of GBP buying and USD selling, right? So with that in mind, when things got really going here, if you had taken a buy trade on GBP right around the break of this structure high, maybe you say 5 pips or 2 pips, whatever you're comfortable with. Let's say in this case, you put it 2 pips above the breakout, right? So that's our recent high during that range. If we see a break above, that's the high of the day. We could see a continuation to the upside, and that's what you would be betting on, right? So with that said, if you took that concept, you took that buy trade, what are you doing from there? Well, of course, you could put in an order to stop out somewhere underneath the structure, right? Price came down initially at the start of the range, but then we broke through, and that's where we would have gotten involved, right? So we could put a stop just underneath. You could say, okay, well, if price goes back down, then no big deal. There's a lot of volatility here. I'm just going to get out of the way of the market. And if price goes in my favor, right, this is really where you can have the opportunity to let your winners run. You have a couple opportunities or ideas here that you could talk about. You could trail your stop. And I know that some people like to just simply trail their stop. For example, we have that 20 period SMA, right? Well, what could work for some people, what people might like to do is you could set your take profit or just instead of setting a take profit, you just set your stop loss into profit as the market moves in your favor, right? So in this case, each time the market is updating or making a new high, what you could do is you could set your stop loss there and then set your stop loss there until your stop loss is hit, which here would have been a really nice trade, right? We would have had a nice movement to the upside. And how many pips is that? Let's see. If we took our take profit, or I'm sorry, our stop out right around here, that would have been a really nice move of 125 pips. That's a huge movement to the upside, right? And all we did there was trail our stop in favor of this dominant market direction. Now, is every trade going to be like this? Of course not. There's no system that's just a perfect all the time winner, right? What this means is that if you're using a trailing stop, sometimes the market will just reverse and you'll have to get out at break even or a small loss. But if you trail your stop, that's one way to potentially capture some of the market volatility or the momentum that we see during the London session. Now, you have some other opportunities, some other ideas that you could play with. You could do something like a 2-to-1, which would give you, a trade like this, right? So you could put your take profit up here, get out of the trade right around that movement, and look at that in just a couple hours there. That's, let's say you entered here. That's 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th bar, you're out of the trade for a profit there of, what would that be? You can see if just roughly, if we took the take profit right around here, that'd be 182 pips. And guys, that's the craziness about the London session, is you can really see that volatility pick up and really make movements in your favor. But let's take a look at some other examples. Let's maybe even see if we can find some losing examples, because that's important as well. In this case, maybe nothing is really interesting here. We had kind of a trail off, but we didn't really have, any sort of horizontal level of resistance. But you could have made the argument here, right? If you were trading that crossover time, if you were still at your charts, you have this downtrend in structure. You could have taken a potential trade here, catching the break there. That would have been one idea. Let's do it again. Let's say that right here, I guess you could have said that this was the high of the range during the quiet times, right? And this would have been the low. And if we're trading only in the direction of the positive trend, right? That's another way that excuse me, that's another option that you have, right? You have the option to trade in the direction only of the dominant trend, which in this case is still up, right? We have a bullish trend here. So you could have said, okay, this is the high of the range. If price breaks through there, then I might be interested in getting long, right? So in that case, we had a continuation and price did break through. It was during the crossover time. Again, one more thing about this level, guys, this area right here is going to be your highest volatility due to the fact that you have both the New York session and the London session. Remember, the pink is the New York session and the light green there is your London session. So when you have those two crossing over, a lot of times that's where you get crazy volatility as both markets are actively trading. So with that said, when you have this level here get broken, that could have been another trade in favor of the dominant energy of the trend. And you have some options, right? This is where it comes down to making your own decisions and testing your own concepts. Are you going to hold this just for the major market session and then get out? I know some people like to just strictly day trade, or are you going to hold it longer term? So if you decided to hold this longer term, if you look to do our strategy again, right, that concept of buying the breaks above the highs, you could have been buying right here. You could have been stopping out, maybe back underneath a structure point, right? You have a stop loss there. And if you did that 2-to-1 again, take profit, right? In this case, price didn't finish out with a take profit during the major session. In fact, you can see the session ended and we're still left with the trade. Right here, we're still holding a trade, and you have to make the decision yourself. Am I going to close out this trade or am I going to let it run, right? So in this case, let's actually use the tools that TradingView has for us. Let's say that you bought just above structure highs and you put a stop loss right around here, and you put your take profit. Let's see if we get a 2-to-1 risk to reward. This one would have worked out really nice, right? But you would have had to held the trade into the next major session, which is a 24-hour period. And some people don't want to do that. Again, there's things where you have to kind of come up with your own style. And some people, are comfortable doing things and some people are less comfortable doing things. You have to kind of find what works for you, as always in trading, right? So in that case, if you got involved in the trade here, price did eventually come up to our level there, and could have been a nice little trade there. Again, we have that concept repeating again and again, guys. We still have a major market push to the upside. Let's say that you were still favoring the upward kind of direction until that changed. Well, you have a trend line break here. If you watch my videos on breakouts, one concept that I talk about is trend line breaks. And if price breaks through this level, right, you could have taken the same concept. A trade above that would have been a buy trade, right? If price goes into your favor, let's say that you stop out under structure here, that could have been your stop. You might not have had a winner here. Let's see what we could have gotten. Let's say that we did take this trade and we put a 2-to-1 target there. Let's say our stop is there and our target, would it have gotten hit? Let's see. You can see we have a 1.7 And did it get hit on the 2-to-1? Yep, it would have gotten hit on the 2-to-1 there. So overall, that trade worked out as well. So again, you guys can see the effectiveness of the London session. It's why it's one of the most popular times to trade. So many people like to trade these concepts. Trading the breakout is a very popular topic. And again, it's because you have that dominant market energy that's pushing for London sessions that are setting up to trade, as well as the New York session, people who are stepping up as well. You have a lot of traders meeting at the screens together, and sometimes that causes some serious momentum in the markets that short-term traders like you and I, if you trade shorter term, we can potentially capture a piece of that and see if we can get part of the breakouts that we see happening again and again, as we can see in this market, right? And so as long as this market would be trending upside, my personal bias would be to trade the breaks in favor of those moves. And then when things change the other way, right, you just start trading the other way. It might not work. Here's an example that would not have worked, right? If you try to trade, to the sell side here, the market started to fade back up, right? So if you were looking to trade breaks to the downside, we never would have gotten involved with the trade, right? So nothing came through our level, so there wouldn't have been a trade there. And then again, let's see, if you were taking, in this case, you were taking buy trades, right? Because the market crossed back up. In this case, if you had tried to take if a buy trade came up, let's say that you got filled right here, right? Using our concept, full transparency, it's not going to work 100%, right? But if you got involved with the trade here, you would have lost on that trade, right? If price broke, if you were looking for buy trades, price did fake you out there, started to go long, and then immediately changed directions. So with the sake of transparency, there's not going to be a winning system that's just always winning and it's perfect. That's not really how trading Forex goes. And it's also very important that when you do these sorts of things, that you consider things like your risk management and actually having a plan to trade this strategy or concept. As I mentioned, I'm in the Eastern time zone, so I don't actually trade the London session just because I don't like to get up at 3 a.m. every day. But for those of you guys who can trade it, you can trade it that way. And for those of us who are on the East Coast in the US, the New York session crossover is a really great breakout time, or at least a really great day trading time if you're interested in that. If you're looking to improve as a Forex trader, I've got an entire channel here full of free stuff to help you out. You can check out videos here and here. And if you're interested in my VIP service, where you can follow along with my trades as well as join our membership chat room, you can check out the link down below in the description. Check it out. We'll see you there.